for some reason, it seems to be one of the areas that people feel a little bit uncomfortable about. Hey guys, and welcome back to another business vlog. Tips, thoughts, musings, advice, generally kind of actionable tips for your business. So today I want to deal with a subject which I love, which is sales. There's lots of ways to generate leads or opportunities for your business, and I think really here I'm focusing in on the service-based business as opposed to product-based businesses, so bear with me. But when it comes to service-based businesses, which is like mine, the one I've run for 17 years, there is one single way to get business which is the best. Can you guess what it is? That's right, referrals. It's probably, for some reason, it seems to be one of the areas that people feel a little bit uncomfortable about. And I guess I can put myself into that category at the very beginning of when I started my business. But now it's very much a part of how we generate opportunities for us. So I just want to talk you through how there are a couple of ways that you can deal with referrals. So the first way is when you've done a good job for somebody and they're really happy, then have you then taken it to the next step to say, hey look, we've done a really good job for you, it seems like you're happy, right? Then is there anybody that you know who we might be able to do something for as well? And if you kind of softened it and do it in such a way as to not come across too brash, too salesy, then there's a really good chance those people are going to turn around and say, actually, yeah, there is. Or they might not say it there and then, but then they start to think about it, and when they're next out for a coffee with someone who also runs a business, they might pass your name on. The other way, which is a bit more direct, a bit more to the point, is to set up some referral meetings with actual referral partners. So what do I mean by that? I did one of these last week actually. So myself and a good friend of mine who is very high up in a business like me, sat down with our lists of clients and we sort of went through those and we talked about the jobs that we've done with those people. And then the other person had the opportunity to ask a little bit about it, but also to suggest ways in which they might be able to help that client too. And then off the back of that, we then took that knowledge away and we said, well, okay, well, I know the owner of that business well enough to pick up the phone and say, you know, I can introduce you. So we both came away from that meeting with probably somewhere between 10 and 15 opportunities for each other, which we will then now slowly, because we're not just going to suddenly jump on the phone to everybody, but slowly start to think about how we can introduce our friend to that. Now, there are a few caveats here. Well, one major one really, which is don't do this with people that you don't want to refer, because clearly it's your neck on the line, it's your responsibility to ensure that you're passing good knowledge on to people, or passing good people on to people. So choose your referral partners wisely, but I would suggest this is something that I do probably once every quarter. And you know, if out of those 10 or 15 opportunities that guy has taken away for me, if 3 or 4 of them turn into, you know, good leads for my business, that is amazing. And that meeting probably took an hour and a half, 2 hours of my time. So it's a really, really actionable tip today, which if you're in that kind of upfront, client-facing, sales type area in your business, you should be doing this. You should be doing this. I promise you it will work very, very well for you. You need to choose those referral partners well. You need to choose people similar minded to you. Is that a word? And those will reap the most rewards. So have a think about who you know, who you could just pick up the phone to today and ask for a meeting to do that, and see where that leads you. And I'm interested in the feedback. You know, tell me if it works for you, what's had success, and yeah, hopefully again that's been useful. So until then guys, I'll see you next time.